So I've been playing or AFKing on Bomb Crypto for roughly about 2 weeks now, and here are some of my thoughts about the game. If you guys have no idea what Bomb Crypto is, essentially it's a play to earn crypto game where your workers or bombermen in this case are clearing maps which are littered with chests containing Bcoins, which is the native currency to the game. So Bcoins can be used to do a few things. It can be used to purchase new bombermans which cost about 10 Bcoins each time. And each time you pull or buy a bomberman, you have a chance of getting either a common, rare, super rare, epic, legend or super legend bomberman. And each of these bombermans have different abilities and different stats that will help you along the game. So just putting it out there, common bombermans are practically useless, but they do come in handy, which I will share later in the video. So here are some considerations that you might want to think of before starting this game. Hey guys, my name is Jordan and welcome to the channel where we try crazy experiments in the crypto space.
Experiments.
As a full disclosure, all these experiments that I'm doing is with my own money, and if you do enjoy watching me try these out, do drop a like and that will be very helpful to the channel. And if you really want to see more of such content, don't forget to hit the subscribe and turn on the bell notification so that you'll be informed when there's a new experiment. So Bomb Crypto is probably not new to you guys. It has been getting a lot of popularity recently. But long story short, it's a play to earn crypto NFT games where you clear blocks and chests to get rewards in Bcoins or the native token. So as mentioned, these tokens can be used to buy heroes which have probability of getting rares, super rares, epic legends and so on. So for common heroes, it's an 83% chance that you'll get them when you open a chest. So these heroes are great to clear maps when there are blocks left, when your super rare and your other epic are worn out. So rare heroes have a 10% chance of coming out, super rare has a 5%, epic has a 1%, legend has a 0.5% and super legend has a 0.05% of appearing when you open up a new chest. So if you're opening new chests, heroes that are rare and above are considered great because these heroes have better stats and abilities that can essentially gain you mag gains, but they all got their probability of which you can say is sort of opening up a Pokemon pack, except each time you open a chest, it's a Bomber hero instead of a Charizard. And one chest costs roughly $50 at the point of recording because it costs 10 Bcoins to purchase one chest, and one Bcoin is roughly $5 right now. But when I opened mine, Bcoins were much more expensive, and I gotta say that it's really addictive, which I think is very dangerous as well because you're like opening new chests or loot boxes, and at that point of time when I opened these, it was $8 per token. But nonetheless, I think it's a good way to earn some passive income, if you will, but we'll dive into that later on as well. And many of you guys know that I like to earn money the passive way, which is going about with my life, earning those payouts, dividends, or interest. I'm not a pro trader per se, and I really suck at trading, like big time.
So annoying!
But if you're planning to start Bomb Crypto, here are some stuff that you might want to take note of. Number one, the game isn't as passive as it seems. So the game works on an energy-based system, which means once your Bomber hero is out of energy, it will go into sleeping mode, and while it's sleeping, it is not working, which makes a lot of sense. And depending on the abilities that your Bomber hero has, it affects the rest time and how long they can last in the game. So basically, you need stamina to place bombs, and upon explosion, it will consume 1 stamina from your hero. The faster they place bombs, the faster you clear maps, the faster you earn Bcoins. But because each bomber is different and they have different skills, and so if your bomber has a battery icon, it will recharge its stamina or energy faster than ones without, which is a very great skill to have. And if you have a mana shield, it gains a 20% chance of not using energy, but you are still able to place bombs. And having 2 of these abilities are probably the best in the game, and then you have Pierce as well and walking through chests and other stuff. But to me, these are the 2 best skills to have in the game. So as you play the game, when the hero runs out of energy, it will automatically go to sleep. But for them to work, you need to manually wake them up, which is kinda annoying because we as humans will have to sleep as well, which means during the times that we are sleeping, the bomber heroes are not working, which is not so good for our ROI. And if you're planning to use this to earn some passive income, it might not be the best because you need to be constantly on your computer to ensure that the game is running. And the team has also improved their anti-bot, which could be a reason for the dip in prices for Bcoin. So based on experience, the game will run flawlessly for maybe 30 to 40 minutes, but ever so often the game will have a pop-up with an unknown error or an idle window where you'll be required to solve it and go through an anti-bot capture. Is it called capture? I think it's called capture. So I find myself checking the game every 30 minutes to ensure that things are running smoothly, making sure I optimize my team as much as possible by resting my heroes who have less stamina so they are constantly clearing maps and earning me Bcoins. And if you don't monitor it well, the game will just lock you out, which means your heroes are not clearing maps, and because the heroes are not clearing maps, they clear less maps and the longer it takes for ROI. Which brings me to the second problem of the game, is the rate of ROI. So previously, based on calculation, I would ROI in roughly 2 weeks, which I'm kind of far from it. So it took my team, which has 1 rare and 2 super rares and 13 commons, about 8 to 9 days to do my first claim of 40 Bcoins. So my previous calculation was roughly 2 weeks, but now it seems it's gonna be 4 to 5 weeks to cover my costs because of the price of Bcoin slumping. And personally, I feel that these games are meant to be ROI as quickly as possible and then let the remaining free roll. Because once you withdraw your capital from the game, it will allow you to think more critically of what to do next, which brings me to the next point, which is really annoying, which is server glitches and maintenance. Ever since I started, there were times where the server was down, and even as of recording, the server has been down for almost 18 hours, or even still, the game could glitch. Glitches can be on your heroes running aimlessly towards a wall, or just vibrating on a single spot, or they just stand around doing nothing. So all this needs to be addressed by restarting the game to ensure that it runs smoothly. As for server maintenance, we all know it's for the better good, but for the past couple of weeks, the game seems to be only able to support 12 to 16 hours of playtime before going into maintenance ever so often. Nonetheless, the game has been improving and the game seems to run much smoother now, except for the update that they're having today, or maybe it's a maintenance. So next we have the problem of withdrawing. So withdrawing isn't much of a biggie because the BSC network is pretty alright. Fees are not that high, but there are a few things to take note of. The first thing you need to know is that you need a minimum of 40 Bcoins to be farmed to be able to withdraw your earnings, which is really dependent on how fast your teams can farm. Like I mentioned, a team of 15 bombers is like the meta, which means 150 Bcoins. And at that point of time, I spent roughly 2 BNB to get 150 Bcoins, which is pretty high. And so by my calculations, I'll need to claim at least 3 more times of 40 Bcoins to be in the green, which means I'll need roughly another 30 days, accounting that it takes 9 days to claim 40 Bcoins. And it might be even longer now because of maintenance. On top of that, there's a 3% fee for claiming Bcoins, and I think it's just something to keep in mind. But once you have claimed your Bcoins, it's really free play here. You can either open up more heroes and hopefully you get rares or super rares or even legends or super legends, which can help to improve your rate of return. Or you could just cash them out into BNB through package swap and then use them for another project that you have in mind. So enough of all these problems now, let's talk about who this game is for and what's the future of it. So the game seems to be in its initial stage where we have features that are not released yet. And so far, we are only able to play treasure hunt mode, which is clearing of maps. As far as we know, there will be 2 more modes, which is story mode and battle mode. So story mode is most probably like a PvE in Axie Infinity where you clear stages by defeating monsters and clearing maps. But based on the white paper, there will be engaging boss fights where players will be able to get interesting NFT rewards. Personally, I have no idea what these NFTs could be, but so far the only NFTs that are in the game is either the heroes or the houses. Then we have battle mode, which is sort of like PvP mode here. Players can battle with other players, but on the white paper it says that players will need to put Bcoins in as an entry fee and the winner will receive majority of the loser's token, which seems like a very fair game, but I have no idea if anybody will want to spend money to bet on a game, and this might also increase the price of Super Legend and Legend heroes because these are the heroes that are like the meta in the game or the highest level possible NFTs. So this is basically what we can look forward to with the game or Bomb Crypto. So let's talk about who this game is for. So to be honest, this will be a game for people who have access to their computers or laptop constantly. Because of the glitches, the bugs, the anti-botting, it might require some monitoring, sort of like looking after a kid. I won't say that this is the best way to earn because you'll be bound to your PC or your laptop to ensure that everything is working well and you're earning your juicy Bcoins. So for those who have majority of their days without access to a computer or a laptop, this might not be suitable for you because you'll need to monitor your game constantly. If not, you get locked out and your heroes are doing nothing. And if you're always out and about, having a high yield savings account might be a better option because it requires less commitment on checking in, day out, and it will allow you to focus more on your job, which is probably the main money maker for you. So that's the end of today's video. Do let me know your thoughts about Bomb Crypto, the heroes that you have, or the setup you have in your team. Don't forget to get your free $25 worth of CRO when you sign up with Crypto.com and stake $500 worth of CRO to get your Red Ruby card. So nonetheless, do drop a like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.